Welcome back to the channel. Everyone run up the score 21, spread the word, hit that sub button. Hit that sub button, more live videos, boxing videos every day. This day in boxing history, man, I was on the internet and saw that 77 years ago, I believe it is, if I did my math correctly, 1943, February 5th, Sugar Ray Robinson was defeated for the first time in a boxing ring to Jake Lamotta. And these guys were going to fight 6 times. 6. And not only that, what's shocking about this to me, and this is why I've said it multiple times, and I'll say it again on this channel, is it's foolish to attempt to, we try our best, but you cannot compare fighters of this era, only a few maybe, to fighters of that era. It's not even close, man. You're talking about a guy who lost to Jake LaMotta on this date 77 years ago, 10-round unanimous decision, and then came back 2 weeks later, fought again, and then a week after that, I believe it was February 25th, something like that, 3 weeks after this fight, he fights Jake LaMotta again. And we're talking about Jake LaMotta, one of the all-time greats and one of the toughest fighters to ever live, and fought him 6 times. And you're talking about a guy who fought multiple times per year in Sugar Ray Robinson. But just to recap that fight, it ended his unbeaten pro career, Sugar Ray Robinson, 1943, 10-round UD in Detroit in his 41st paid bout. Now, there was discrepancy. Was his 130th pro fight? Was his 41st? His 41st paid fight. He had gone 89-0, something like that in amateur. So had gone 130, 140 fights without losing a fight. Just incredible. And incredible given the amount of times he was fighting. All right. And he was 89-0 as an amateur. I said, ended up his career 174, 19, and 6. He was a 3-1 favorite in this fight and was upset by LaMotta. Actually went through the ropes in the 8th round, got back up, and finished the fight. Just LaMotta was a tough guy. He fought again 2 weeks later against Jamie Wilson. Fought Jake LaMotta again, as I said, 3 weeks later. And they fought 6 times. And the 6th time they fought, that's the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where he ended up stopping LaMotta in the 13th round, where the referee was basically, look, I can't let this go on anymore. This guy's taking too much punishment. He's going to die standing up, so I got to end the fight. But like I said, man, it's our job. People who know more about boxing and are more respectful of the history of it and how we got to this point, it's our job to educate the younger guys coming into the YTBC. You see a lot of them that are uneducated. And, they think Floyd Mayweather is the first fighter ever and the last fighter ever, and he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. We cannot compare guys who fought once, maybe twice a year, to a guy like Ray Robinson, who 174, 19, and 6, and was fighting 10 to 15 times a year, multiple times a month, and has all kind of Hall of Famers on his resume. Fought almost a span of 3 decades. Had military service in between that, where he had a lapse of his career there. So just an incredible, man. I'm blown away as a boxing fan and knowing how difficult this sport is. And not only that, as a former athlete who knows how difficult it is to consistently wake up every morning and compete. And for him to do that at the highest level, and deal with injuries and have to deal with the things he dealt with at that point in American history, it's just incredible, man. It's baffling, and it's baffling to me how we can compare fighters of the modern era. Maybe we can compare them on talent levels, but as far as their legacy and what they left and the output that they put out, and just like I said, their resume, there's no comparison. We cannot compare at all. And it's our job to educate people on that, because there are a lot of uneducated people, unfortunately, in this sport. So Sugar Ray Robinson, man, hats off to the legend. arguably the greatest pound for pound fighter to ever live. And y'all hit me up. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm out. Peace.